Baby, what's good? What's What's poppin'? It's your girl Jess, popularly known as Jess Finesse. And if you are tuning in for the first time, you are tuned in to the best. Jess Finesse Presents. Let me clap for myself. Because if you don't clap for yourself, who will clap for you? Who will clap for you? And I'm here with a very special guest. I told God.
Wow. Special. Wow.
I told God. I said, put me near beautiful women this year. And he has not failed me yet.
I'm dying. That's such a massive compliment.
Man.
Thanks.
When I saw you a couple days ago, so I'm gonna introduce my special guest like real quick. But this is a guest that I have not met. So it's broken into tiers, right? Or in two groups. People that I've had like a personal experience with while living and existing and working and hustling and grinding and crying and suffering in this Lagos.
Damn.
And then people that I meet them for the first time. So most of the time by proxy, maybe it's somebody from Acorn that knows them, and it's like, hey, this person seems interesting. They should come on the podcast. Yeah. Or like, very few times has it been like, yo, I don't know where. Nobody can vouch for this person, but this person's shining my seat.
But you just like them.
Yeah, and every time God has been so good. Every guest both guests that I've known before the podcast, and then guests I meet on the podcast. All of y'all have been chef's kiss, like amazing people. So you got some heavy shoes to fill, but
I'm on the pressure tonight.
No, baby, I feel like I love you already. I met you a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, this girl is so tiny and petite and so cute. Yes.
I know. Everyone says
my
that.
exact opposites. I feel like I could piggyback you and just carry you on my back.
Literally, I'm 5'2", guys.
Wow.
Tiny.
How does it feel?
Mini. It feels great. It's amazing. It's a superpower.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that
because everyone likes to undermine you, and then boom, they're like, oh my God, who the hell is this girl?
Okay, so myself and my producer are quite on the opposite end of the spectrum. Have you heard the...
6.
You're 6 foot?
6'3", I think.
Wow. Just brag. Should we clap for you? Let's clap for you.
A whole foot taller than me, guys.
Yeah, like...
Literally.
Have you heard of the stereotype that short people are always angry?
That was on my mind.
Or they vex us.
I can't even lie. I was like, how do I ask?
Are you a vexer?
I'm not, but it takes a long time for me to get there. Okay. But once I do, there's no looking back.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel you.
I try not to get to that point, but once I do, I'm done.
I like it. It's the fruit of patience. So people of the world, whether you're tuning in from Lagos, maybe from China, maybe from that Ukraine. I don't know if everything about Ukraine has dropped off the face of the earth from Nigeria. I don't hear as much stuff. But if you're tuning in and you hear my voice, this week's guest is none other than talent manager extraordinaire. That's how they told me. They was gassing you up.
Wow. Where did this come from?
It came from. If you have people that are calling your names in rooms and they're speaking highly of you. Just know.
Damn. I need to say thank you to them.
No, for real. Okay, so this is how this podcast works. All right. So special people pull up and we talk about different topics. Obviously, relating to my special guest.
Yeah.
But then we do this over a very special meal.
Oh, right? Okay.
Now, this meal is very special because it cuts across socioeconomic classes. Whether you've blown, whether you're trying to blow,
I love it.
Whether you're rich, whether it's by tricking your neck. Anybody can drink garri.
Facts.
Anybody.
Facts.
I don't think I've seen one person. I mean, I definitely,
unless you're like allergic, which I don't think a lot of people
Have you ever heard of someone being allergic to garri?
No.
If you're allergic to garri,
maybe not.
I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe not then.
If you're allergic to garri. But okay, so we drink garri. And then we have things to supplement the garri. Just like if you were drinking it in your house. Like, you're chilling with your babes, you're chilling with your guys, you're chilling at your house with your friends. And, let's pull out a bowl of garri.
What do you have?
Okay. So, standard necessary supplements. Milk.
Okay.
Sugar.
That's not for me. I don't drink milk.
Because you have fun friends.
I don't drink milk.
I don't want to clap for you guys, but he doesn't drink milk.
Are you vegetarian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is that why you don't drink milk?
I'm pescatarian.
So you don't...
fish only.
So you don't eat any dairy?
No. None.
By choice?
Yeah.
Okay, so milk is out for you. We have sugar. Then we have what we call chocolate powder.
Ooh, in garri? What? Why?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Who does that?
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was doing this to survive in boarding school.
That's a lot.
It's not. It's a lot now in my big age, but
wow,
girl, in your early 20s, late teens, you gotta survive.
Wow. So you went to boarding school?
I went to boarding school.
Interested. So I'm from a really big family.
Let's start. Let's go.
Huge family.
Let's go. How many siblings?
I have 17 siblings.
Sorry.
17.
Sorry.
17.
Is it appropriate to ask same mother, same father?
No.
Okay.
Same father,
My
different
stomach
moms.
bad. Okay.
But there's 17 of us.
My womb was shaking.
Literally, that's a lot. It's a huge family, but we know each other. Like, we still talk. We have a group chat and we're all in it.
Really?
Grandkids, great-grandchildren, everyone. Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be a wild question. Is your family rich?
No.
See, but when I ask Nigerians in Nigeria, is your family rich? Everybody wants to squeeze their mouth. I don't think
we're definitely not. We're definitely not. I think we're just comfortable. A comfortable family. My dad was able to provide, so he just carried on.
Okay. He carried on a long way, like a lot.
Literally wild. It's a lot.
So zero family planning.
Yeah, none.
Do you feel like you could follow in your father's footsteps?
Hell to the no. No way. Like, I'm having 2 children and that's it.
Baby, I love it.
That's it. 2 kids. Nah, it's too much. Too much work. Too much drama.
Okay. So now, you come from a big family. How many of y'all went to boarding school? How many did not?
I can't actually remember how many went to boarding school, but I know of 3 that went to boarding school when I was young. Because I'm literally the youngest girl, I think. Yeah, I'm the youngest girl.
So what is your position in this family, this sibling of 17?
12, 11, yeah. There's a lot of us.
So you're like,
it sounds wild.
So hold on.
Do you know what? A lot of people don't even know this. I'm like in between somewhere. I don't even know if I'm a middle child.
Because you know how
for my mom, I was like the last girl for a while. So I was my mom's last child for a long time. And then my mom had my little brother who's like 12 years younger than me.
With your father?
Yes.
Okay.
He's like 12 years younger than me. So for 12 years of my life, I thought I was going to be the last child. So I was quite spoiled. And then when I turned 12, my mom was like, go away.
So you now have that one younger brother under you?
Yeah.
And then
from my mom.
From your mom.
But from my dad, there's about 4 or 3 under me.
And they're all boys?
Yeah.
I have a question.
My head's busting.
Did you guys do family vacations and like how?
So we always had Christmas together when I was growing up. So my dad would come from London and then everyone else would come as well. And then we were always together for Christmas for like 3 weeks. So that was like our family vacation. Just Christmas in Shagam, which is where I was born, where I grew up. Yeah.
You're Auguste, honey.
Literally. All my life. I've never lived in Lagos. I had never lived in Lagos until I started coming back home myself. So I literally went from Shagam to London.
This girl's life is colorful already. Okay. What was your first exposure to garri? Like, were you drinking it, like, you know, with your brothers and sisters? Were you drinking it because there was no food at home? Like, what was your first exposure to?
So I've always had a really weird relationship with food where I never know what to eat. So garri was like just the easiest thing to say I want. Food. Yeah. It's just like, I'll drink garri. And also, because I grew up like having a lot of obsessed stomach, garri was like the safest thing to eat most of the time. Yeah, because it's just cassava, right?
Okay. Yep.
Dry cassava and water. You can't go wrong.
No, I'm going to ask you an important question. This question can make or break our relationship. Because our relationship is going strong and it's going well right now.
Ooh.
Yellow or white?
I'm going to go for yellow because you're wearing yellow.
Clap for myself. Clap for myself. Didn't want to give myself a word.
What's the deal with the yellow or white? I need to know. What is it?
Kosi, do you want to explain? Because people always make it seem like I'm so biased. Like my taste buds is just shot.
What's special about yellow garri?
Yellow, they say, is the yellow the one they say that's healthier?
They say it's good for your eyesight or something.
Oh, well, I wear glasses, so.
Girl, no. You know how they say carrots have like vitamin A and it's good for your I do not see how. I've drank this thing for years. My eyesight is still trash. And it's getting worse every year. So I don't know what that means. But with yellow, they fry it with, is it palm oil? They fry it with palm oil. Okay. Whites, they fry it, right? But just with a different oil.
Just bland.
What do you mean just dry, Davy? I thought, did they use like normal oil to fry it? What do they do to it?
Interesting.
I don't know what they do with it, but it's nasty. They don't do enough. The taste is gross. So I'm happy that you're...
I picked yellow. You're wearing yellow.
Come
Why
on.
not? Why not?
It's the spirits that said I should wear yellow today. I didn't know what to wear. So they said, you know what? Just be like the sun. The sun is shining. There was one nasty rain yesterday.
It was really bad. I was
rainy season has begun.
Like, it was huge.
Rainy season has officially begun, and I'm sad. But shout out to roasted corn. But that's besides the point. So we're gonna drink yellow today.
Got it.
So you say you don't use milk.
Mm-mm.
Do you at least use sugar?
No. Just dry.
Just
Gary.
dry?
No.
Yeah, just dry.
Elizabeth, stop.
Ah, Jesus.
Stop.
Okay, I'll have a bit of sugar.
No. You should actually. This will be a Jess Finesse Presents first. If you eat it dry. But my question is, do you not put sugar because that upsets your stomach too?
I just feel like once you put sugar, you're changing the taste of the garri. Like the garri, you need to feel the.
This girl,
it has a twang. Yeah.
Shagan babe.
Exactly, that's it. Conch. Garri has a conch taste that you just ruin it when you add anything.
So I'm compromising the flavor profile of the garri by adding my supplements.
It's even better when you have it with fish, fried fish.
So you eat dry garri and fried fish?
Yeah.
Let's just go to Ghana then. Shebi, that's what they eat dry garri in Ghana, I think.
No, but you can add water. No, I don't mean it dry, but just garri with water alone. Yeah.
So you let the thing soak. Will it be moist? Will it be
It'll
like
be moist.
watery?
There'll be water in it.
So water and garri. When you say dry, you're talking about without any additional, not like literally dry, like crunching on it.
No, not dry, no.
Because I was about to say you might be a serial killer.
You're just gonna choke,
girl.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we have water, but damn. Okay, so yellow garri and water, not even groundnuts.
No, nothing.
I feel a type of way.
Is this the first time someone's actually said that?
That people that no one has added anything to their garri. This would be the first time.
Oh wow! Well, I can have ice.
We'll give you. We call this ice Quilox ice because they bring inside ice bucket. And if I had a club, I'll make the ice be like that.
It looks nice.
It gives aesthetic.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I'm gonna feel the type of way. Like I'm here pouring my milk, pouring my sugar, pouring my garri, and this girl
just water.
I'll watch you enjoy it.
Sprinkle yellow garri and water. Yay! Garri.
I'll watch you enjoy yours.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you do the honors.
This is so cool.
What? Okay, so as you're creating your dry garri, let me pick up my first fan and read the first question.
Ooh.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. All right. The fan gods, they never fail me. All right. So first question is, your clientele consists of diverse talents, such as presenters, musicians, authors, etc. How does your approach in management differ for each type of client?
I feel like with management, you really have to get to know the person. It goes beyond just a brand. Like, it's a person, it's a human being.
Can I do gunshots for you? Let me do gunshots for you. Yes.
And this is why, for me, like, I'm very careful as to who I work with now, because I need to be able to observe them and know if we are going to gel. When I say gel, if our working relationship is going to be beneficial. So for me, it's like you have to get down to the person, who they are, what makes them tick, and also what they want to do, like what their hopes and dreams are. And this is how you're able to identify like different ways of working with people. Some people need assistance. Like some people literally need to be told, you have a meeting in an hour. You need to be ready for it.
Brush your teeth.
Yes. And some people don't need that. Some people feel like you're patronizing them when you're doing that, like micromanaging. So you just have to like get to know the person to figure out like how do they work best?
Right. Okay.
And what makes them tick.
Now, this sounds like you're toasting somebody and like you're trying to get to know them.
Basically, that's what it is.
So you're like
and
a
that's
bunch
why
of mini
it's always
relationships.
difficult when you break off a management relationship.
I can imagine.
Because it's like you're literally that person's person constantly. Yeah.
So now I have a question. So now let's use the toasting relationship analogy, right? You know, it's different when you meet somebody for the first time and you're saying like, and you meet on a platonic level, and you guys are like the relationship progresses into like a real organic friendship. Versus when you meet somebody and the person says, "Hey, I think you're attractive and I want you," because I feel like, I want to enter into something with you, right? Because I feel like there's two different personas that you would express. If I knew you were just coming to me as like a friend, I feel like it's more opportunity to have like you get to really know the person versus if you come to somebody and you're like, this is what I want from you, because there's opportunity for you to not put on a mask and like be performative. So like if you're trying to manage someone, right, and they know that you're trying to manage them, or you're reaching out to the person saying I want to manage you, and they're aware that you want to manage them. Isn't there room for them to be performative and act like their best self? Woo you as a manager and then locking the deal, locking you in, and then showing their real face.
Yeah. To be honest, I've never actually had to approach anyone to manage them.
Oh, everybody comes to you. Now, raise our hands. Go shop for her. Go shop for her. Go shop for her.
It's just that either someone that knows me and knows them has just been like, you know what? I feel like Liz would be great to work with you, or you would be great to be with Liz. Like, I've never had to like go to someone and be like, I want to work with you.
Okay.
It's just happened by like mutual respect for each other, or other people just recommending. And also, I feel like if you're going to manage someone, you need to observe them.
Are you telling them, hey, I'm observing you? Or
no,
you just naturally
do it. Like, you speak to other people, you get a feel for who they are, who they've worked with, what they've done. Like, you always have to do due diligence to make sure.
How we pick up the first fan you see in front of you.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, let me try.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it out?
Yes, please.
Oh, I like this. Congratulations on your Masters in African Studies. Why was it important for you to further your education when you've accomplished a lot in your career?
First of all, Kosi, I'm going to clap for you.
Great question.
Secondly, I'm going to give you horns because congratulations. Congratulations. Some of us were scared of going back to school. Look how you just went back to school. You just... African studies?
It was a massive decision. It was a massive decision.
Tell me about it. What was going through your head?
I was like, I was in a comfortable career. I didn't need to like stop for anything.
Facts.
But I had wanted to do a master's. So when I actually did my undergraduate, I always said to people, I'm only doing my undergraduate because I want to do a master's.
Really?
So that's the only reason why I did an undergrad. So you knew
what you wanted to do?
I knew I was going to do a master's. Yep.
Okay.
And I knew it had to have something to do with Africa. So for me, it was like, I went through the undergrad, and then on the day of my graduation, I refused to take pictures because I was like, I'm going to get it when I do my master's.
Are you sure it's not this your headmaster that instilled that one in you that you can't celebrate until you get to your highest achievement?
Probably, but I didn't take any pictures. I don't have any official graduation pictures because I refused to.
You're about to have some now, right?
Yeah, I will. God. Literally in the next 3-4 months.
Make sure you
I have to. This one, I'm having a massive party.
Maybe.
Just for this.
If it's going to be in Lagos, it might be.
It probably won't be because I feel like Lagos parties, you can't control them. So,
girl, you can't.
It's just wild.
Actually, you can't.
Yeah.
You know what? No, have it outside. Have it outside.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't go and go broke trying to give us rice
Literally.
just because we're trying to celebrate you.
So in 2016, this is a very interesting story. I've never told anyone publicly.
I love it.
In 2016, I was like, you know what? I really want to do this master's. I don't know what was going through my head. I graduated in 2013 or 2014. And then I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give myself 2 years. And then in 2015, we went on a tour of Africa. And then for me, it was like, yo, I really need to do this master's. So Copy, who I was managing at the time, and a whole group of us went on a tour of Africa. And it was Copy Takes Africa.
Okay.
So then in 2016, I was like, you know what? I have to do this master's. So there's an artist or a musician that I really love. I don't know if anyone knows Beautiful Nubia.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yes.
Who's that?
He goes, No? No one? He's an old, like, he's dope. And what he talks about, like, just Africa and just empowering our people and just, just freedom and things like that. Like, that's literally the underlying message in his music. And in 2016, I got in touch with him on Facebook, wrote him a whole letter to tell him why he has inspired me to do African studies. And he responded.
What do you say?
He just said that he wished me the best and that I should keep him updated. And he knows that, just from the way I wrote the letter, that I was really passionate, and he knows I'll be successful.
I was just crying here now.
So that happened in 2016. And then the dream kind of just died because I soaked myself into work. And then in 2020, when the pandemic started,
and the whole world
I just started thinking again. I was like, you know what? This is my year. I have to do this master's. I have to. So I applied in October, like 2nd of October, I sent in my application.
Like October 2020.
Came to Nigeria, yes. And then NSAS was happening. So I was like, yo, I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to. So for me, it was like, I had to just take a break and just go and just, delve into this master's. And
so you debrief your clients like, hey guys, I love y'all.
Yeah.
But I gotta do this. And they were all supportive.
Literally.
Wow, like who don't get good client too.
So actually, I had to stop working. So I stopped working from like January 2021.
So did you help them find new managers, or you're just like?
Well, I didn't help to find new managers because sometimes some people don't really want you to do that. They want to be able to do it themselves.
Okay, true.
So I didn't, but obviously I had to leave. But I didn't just leave because of my master's. I also left because for me, I needed to just put myself in a frame of mind where I was completely open to just a new reality, if you know what I mean. So I had to just kind of stop. So I stopped. I took a 3 months break. I traveled. I went to Senegal, came to Nigeria for a while. I think I traveled for like 2 months, just around like African countries. And I was like, yo, I'm ready. So went back and started my master's. At the same time, I started my agency as well. Yeah. Although I was like, I thought I wasn't going to do anything for like 2 years, but I just kept having people like come to me and be like, can you manage me? Can you do this? Can you do that? And then for me, it was like, you know what? Why not just do everything together and also manage Africans whilst I'm doing African studies? Like, it made sense.
So do you feel like your degree has elevated your work?
Absolutely.
Love it.
Like, I feel like I speak from a place of just being well informed, not just about the people, but about the culture and what makes people who they are. And also like what's actually holding a lot of us back. It's not that we don't want to do the work or we don't want to blow. It's just that there's systems and, you know, procedures and practices in place that will forever keep us in a certain place. If we don't learn about those things, sometimes we won't be able to break away from them.
It's giving teacher. It's giving you might retire, and I can see you definitely teaching and having a
residency.
Is it residency when you're teaching at a
guest
college?
Lecturers?
Like no, a tenured position at a university teaching about because baby,
I definitely want to be a professor.
People need to hear what you just said.
I definitely want to be a professor
because there'll be people here being so insensitive, talking about if someone is suffering, if someone is not where they need to be, is their fault. And I'm like,
no,
a lot of times it's not,
really not
their fault. But you can't have this conversation with people that don't want to think that deeply.
Yeah,
like that nuance.
I was saying to someone the other day, like we're all sitting here arguing about Burna Boy winning the Grammy or Wizkid winning the Grammy or Angelique Kidjo, who deserves it more. The fact is, why are all of those artists in the same category? They don't make the same type of music.
Thank you.
So once you start realizing, like, it's not our fault. There's nothing you can do about being in the same category. Like, you just can't. Like, Wizkid shouldn't be in the same category as Angelique Kidjo. Big
facts.
Burna Boy shouldn't be because they don't make the same type of music. All right? But because we're Africans, they put everyone in the same box. You're African and that's it.
Sometimes this is a weird question, but when you know a fact like this, right? Do you still allow for Nigerians to celebrate when we do in those categories? Even though technically it's like, yeah, it's a win because it's an objective win, but is it really a true win? Like, is it really a win that encompasses and really allows you to highlight everything that your body of work is about when it's just all groups in one place? Say, hey, you won the world album. So do you allow Nigerians, like Africans, to celebrate? I don't think that's the question. But it's kind of like, do you personally, I guess, relish in those wins?
So
while you still know the realities of what's going on?
I personally try as much as possible to speak about the other side, which is, it's great that we've won, but we could have been doing this as well.
Facts.
We could have had this, we could have won this category as well. It's great that we've won that, but let's look at the bigger picture. How can we make sure that in the next 10 years, we're still not being put in the same category? What can we do? And this is why, again, things like Music Business Academy, educating people on the opportunities that are there for Africans, but also like what you can claim and how you can claim them. And if you're not well informed, you're just going to get what you're given. Yeah.
Masterclass.
So see, I can cry here, but I won't cry. I'll pick the next fan. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. Sometimes music ends up being bigger than the artist who created it. Right? Why do you think this happens? And how do you think it can be avoided?
Right. I'm going to use 2 examples where you see someone like CK.
Okay.
Obviously, he has this massive record, Love Quantity, which is huge, right?
I've never seen the song. I don't even know if I've seen
the video.
No, not the video. I'm trying to think, when has a song been that huge, even in the West. I don't know if that's a wild question to say. Like that song was as comparable as like a big global phenomenon song.
I think
one of the most streamed artists in the world.
Literally in the world. I think the only song that probably came close to like Afrobeats, which kind of organically came up, was like the band's Oliver Twist. It was huge internationally, but CK's record is like on a different level completely. And when you look at an artist like that really is quite new to the mainstream music industry, and you look at his record and how massive his record is, you just can't help it sometimes. Sometimes the music is just so infectious that it spreads quicker than the artist. So now they have a task of really matching what the music has done and really following them in the music's footsteps and really capitalizing off of that attention to get him out there a lot more. So I know he's in the States, he's performing. So sometimes you can't help it. And then sometimes you have artists like Burna Boy, that their messaging is a lot bigger than they are. Like his messaging is just insane, right? His messaging is a messaging that's going to leave a legacy and is probably going to outgrow Burna Boy.
I want to give you gunshot, but then there's too many gunshots that I'm giving in this podcast.
So like a Burna Boy, like he's speaking on behalf of like us Africans. He's speaking on behalf of the young ones and just kind of like opening up people's eyes to certain things. But he's also doing it in a way where there's a bit of a balance where he can still do other things.
You really, yeah.
Or you want to say something?
Okay. I'm not singling out Burna Boy with this question. Do you feel like artists, how do I say the question I want to say? Okay. So no outsider should come and like start beating me, because I hope I frame this question down in a way that like, I'm not coming in from like an offensive standpoint.
Yeah, no harm.
Right? So Burna Boy chose to carry that baton, right? Of social activism. No, nobody chose him. Yeah. He chose it on himself. He carried the cloak of armor of being the artist of our new fella Kuti. Right? When Fela Kuti has children alive. Right? Now, when you have an example where you just said Burna Boy's message is actually bigger than him, right? Do you feel like when you see artists, because I've been exposed to artists who also think that, oh, I want to put all this deep message in my music. I want to put all this deep, and I'll be telling them like, bro, you cannot carry this thing. Like your brain cannot carry this deep message you're trying to portray here. You think it's fun and games because you see Burna Boy doing it, he's being successful. If you happen to brand yourself as the voice of tomorrow, and then you happen to make one mistake and you're no more aligned. It doesn't look like you're aligned with that messaging. You're on your own, right? Yeah. So do you feel like artists should be more careful when they're choosing the brands that they want to place on themselves? Because wanting to be a social activist and especially if you are not always that, that's you placing this brand on yourself. You want it to be like, I don't know, the sex symbol of the new gen. You're putting that. You're
start complaining.
You start complaining when when I say this, I'm not saying that people should not be open with their sexuality. I'm saying that you now feel the heat when people are consistently objectifying you or reducing you to just that. So when artists are choosing the brand personas that they want to carry onto themselves, maybe I should ask, like, what's the process? Like, what advice do you give to artists who are like, I'm here in the planning stages, trying to, rebrand or become this new thing or carry this brand? What advice would you give people?
I think for me, with anything that you choose to do, you need to make sure it's authentic. Like, if it's not really you, don't do it.
We live in this industry is not authentic though.
I know, but there's a lot of people that are. And a lot of people that are authentic but are scared to show that side of them.
I see many people where you have the privilege of seeing these artists, the human side of them, and you're like, you're actually a really dope person. Yeah. But if you just see them from an industry flashy standpoint, like, this person is boring or this person is very this. So like you say, being authentic is easier said than done.
I know, but also I feel like just from what you've just said, we also need to be really, really lenient on people. Like, no one's perfect. So if you embody something and you fail or you falter, you should be given the grace to pick yourself back up.
Go tell that to Instablog. go tell that to
but then that's the thing. Instablog is a part of it, because when they're saying something positive about you, you like it. So when they say something negative, it's all part of the game, right? There's nothing you can do about things like Instablog. You just have to just pass it.
So do you think you can see an artist that says, hey, I want to be the voice of the people in my music? And you can tell them, no, I don't think you should take that heavy baton. Like, be light. Like, just sing about, not saying you shouldn't sing about topics that are not saying that you should only sing about superficial things, but like, if you decide that you want to take on something heavy, whether it's activism or whether political or social or anything like that, can you see yourself telling an artist, don't do that?
No.
Because you may not be able to.
I think the worst thing you can do to anyone is to kill their creativity or their form of expression. Like, if you have something in you and you want to express it, by all means, go ahead. Like, it's just like, from my perspective, even just from me being a young Nigerian girl and saying, I want to do this. Like, I had people say, what are you doing? Like, you're disturbing yourself. You're a woman. You need to get married, have kids, and just shut up.
Facts.
And for me, it was like, no, I want to do this. And now it's like, what's giving you the liver to be able to say you want to talk about the creative industry, you want to talk about development? Because I want to do it and because I can. So why not? So if you want to do it, by all means, go ahead and do it. You try it. If you don't like it, you give it up.
Elizabeth, without further ado, help me pick up that last fan in front of you, babes.
Oftentimes, artists are asked what they look for in a manager, but I think it's important to know what managers look for in a client. Ooh.
I don't know why you going ham with these questions, but you deserve a little raise. You deserve. Just send me your account. Just send me your account number. I'll send you a little something.
Ooh, I think honesty. Like, if you're going into business with someone, and this is not just artist manager, but you need your business, because you're partners. You need your business partner to be honest with you.
Right.
If there's anything you're not comfortable with, anything you don't like, or any businesses that's happening, you need everyone to be able to share. Like, don't be doing side deals. No. Don't be doing that.
Nigeria is the headquarter of, let me go and do side deal, not tell my manager. Let me just carry this.
I'm lucky I don't have those sort of clients. I love all of my clients because they always tell me, like, even if they have a conversation with someone else, I was like, yo, I want to manage you. They come and tell me, which is good. I don't know why, but
all right. So people with integrity.
Yes.
Is one thing.
And then just be disciplined. Like, if you have deliverables, your manager and everyone else, including the clients, is waiting on you to deliver what you need to deliver. So just do what you need to do. Like, it's easy, it's nice for you to take the money, but doing the work becomes a task.
So you're not chasing your clients to like, where's the data? Where are my stems?
There's times when you need to push clients a bit more, where like you need to encourage them or you need to support them to do what they need to do. But you can tell when someone just doesn't want to do it.
Are you open to signing new talent this year?
I don't think so.
Damn, I was gonna shoot my shots. I was gonna shoot my shots.
You didn't mention the name of your company.
Agency. It's Brand and Stitch.
That is cute.
Yeah.
Brand and Stitch.
Like a brand fixer, but also a brand plugger, like someone that connects.
Okay, Olivia Pope. Baby. What? Okay, so we do this thing on the podcast called Song of the Week. And you're supposed to put our listenership onto a song that you're feeling at the moment.
Does it have to be a new song?
But no, it doesn't have to be a new song.
Okay.
My only request, the person cannot be signed.
They can't be signed.
I don't want copyright. It has to be an independent artist.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool.
Indie artist. Put somebody on.
Cool. Oh, I think she signed. Sorry.
See, if she signed to a smaller, like independent label, fine, because maybe those people are not wicked people that are gonna do copyright strike.
Yeah.
You tear your channel down.
What if I just go really old school and really off?
Yeah, but if it's, I hope it's not like
he's
somebody
not signed.
owns.
No.
You're sure?
Yeah, no.
You're sure he's publishing all his rights? He has everything, his masters, and everything?
I'm very sure.
All right, talk to me.
I don't even think anyone's going to know the song, but one of my favorite genres of music in my entire life is Akpala. Do you know Akpala music?
You just surprised me.
Literally.
So you keep surprising me.
One of my favorite artists is Arunashola.
Okay, and what's the song?
There's a song called Soyoyo.
Soyoyo.
Yeah. I'm sure he's not signed, so...
Soyoyo. Am I saying it right? Soyoyo.
Soyoyo, like Soyoyo.
And the name of the artist again?
Haruna Ishola. And he's Yoruba, yeah. No, he's Akbala. Yeah. So he's not signed. I'm sure he's not signed.
Are you sure?
So not the father, the son. There's two of them. They have the same name.
Okay.
There's a senior and there's a junior. He's the junior. Yeah.
Okay.
Literally my favorite genre of music.
So you just blasted this in your house?
I love percussion music.
Whoa,
anything that is kind of like
facts.
I love that. Yeah.
Shagamu shorty to the death of you. So we've come to an end.
You've come to an end.
Elizabeth,
thank you for having me.
You're freaking amazing. I will sing of your praises wherever I go. I've added to the list of when I hear her name, I'm speaking highly of her in rooms that she's not in.
Thank you. This has been amazing. I came out of my shell, which is usually quite big for me.
We tend to do that here. We take pride in such.
Round of applause, man.
Baby, round of applause.
Thank you so much.
You're awesome. We're gonna let you get back to the bag. And without further ado, we are out.